Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Jayo Radha Natavar Radha Natavar Radhe, Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe, Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe, Jayo Jagannath Jayo Jagannath Jayo Baladeva Jaya Subhadra, Jayo Jagannath Jayo Jagannath Jayo Baladeva Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Gauranika 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 Jaya Gauranika, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much for coming for Sunday feast, Sunday love feast. There's a lot of space here. We are in a holiday mood, right? Vacation. It's a time for reflection. What went right? What went wrong? How are you feeling, Prabhu? Back to normal? Hare Krishna. Welcome back. Is there any first time comers here today? Okay. The last space, if you all can move forward, that open space for other people who comes later. Okay, today's topic is something is very dear to me, so do to all of you. Holy name and japa. Holy name and japa. So we all chant, we all read, we all hear, we come to temple. Almost 2018 is done, a few more. And then we are entering into 2019. Even though it's not actually New Year as per the Vedic perspective, but we are in the world. When we are in Rome, we should be like a Roman. But principles are universe, right? So in other words, every day is a New Year for those how we see. There's a difference between perspective and perception. What we see and where do we see? You understand? What we see, from where do we see? So reality will be revealed to us in different way. So let's say from one perspective we see it's end of the year, almost, we are starting. So what went right? What went wrong? Some of the things, what went right, what went wrong, I write my diary. I keep what are the things which I want to get better, what are the things is not going well within my capacity. There are certain things beyond our capacity. All we can is pray. We'll talk about that. But within our capacity, what we can do. So the few points are jotted down. As we speak, let's see how it goes. It is the reflections. As I said, it's for reflections. So I'm reflecting. I hope there will be some change. You also can reflect with me. This is for my own purification. I'm not sitting here. I'm no one. I don't know anything. I don't have any qualification to sit here. But it's a devotee's mercy rather than a tapper. And Acharya's mercy, Prabhupada's mercy, and that I could able to say something for my own purification. Before that, I just want to pray. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatam Maham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauda Bhaktavanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. As we all know, we used to be part of spiritual world. This is not our place. This is a foreign land for us. But we chose on our own accord, and we left the spiritual world and we came here. We have some experience in the spiritual world. That experience is within the heart, within the soul. Unfortunately, fortunately, in the material world, we are trying to look for that experience. Time and immemorial. That will never happen. No matter what happens, there is no perfect situation in this place, material world. This is designed like that. No matter what we do, we can never be happy. Because why? We are looking in the wrong place. Happiness is right. Experience of happiness we had in the past was right. But where we are looking is the wrong place. No matter what we do, period, as simple as that. Prahlad Maharaj said it's insane if somebody is trying to look for happiness in this world. Insanity. Because, like, you're trying to eat sugar and thinking that it's a salt. Does it match? No. So, because we had that experience in the spiritual world, being with Krishna, relationships, and the bliss we had right now, that experience is within, and we're trying to see that in all the places. And then it doesn't match. Then we change. I hope this, I hope that, I hope that, I hope this lifetime, this yuga, that yuga, this peace, that peace. That is going on. It never matches. Bahunam janmanamante gnanavan mam prapadyante vasudeva sarvati samatma sudalaha. After many, many lifetimes, one fine day, we match. That truth, mercy of devotees and Krishna. Oh, this is what I was looking for. And then those who are serious, they take it from there. Those who are serious and sincere, now they got there. It matched. DNA matched. DNA matched. Now, that experience, that's exactly Parikshit Maharaj. He saw Krishna in his mother's womb. Narada's in previous life, he had a vision of Vishnu. He was looking everywhere. Name, fame, power, influence, experiences, wonderful relationship, wonderful family. Whatever you want, even if you get it, it's a flickering in a matter of time. Then we thought we have, and then eventually, no, this is not what I want. One devotee was saying in Vrindavan, Hare Krishna, in Vrindavan, the devotees make the peda. In India, Vrindavan, they made the peda. And then when they make the peda, they make a big plate. And then they make round. And when they make round, no matter what, it will never come in round perfect shape. Even one come, not everything come in the same size and the same texture. What they do, they put everything in a plate. Best what they could do first. And then after that, they take the plate and they'll start rotating. When they start rotating, what happens? One ball of the peda rubbing with the other ball of peda and hitting each other slowly, and one other, and other with other, other with other. Eventually, after some time, everything come into same shape, same size. What did we learn from here? We come to spiritual path, and we decided we want to continue this path. And what we did, we cut off our relationship with the material world, so-called material ships. We go there somehow, but our main relationship with the devotees association. But now we're praying, Krishna, please purify me, give me proper vision, proper consciousness. How he has to give that? It has to come through devotees. It has to come through the devotees. There is a perfect plan for Krishna why you are with somebody. I am with somebody. The situations brought to us, there is a reason behind. There is nobody to blame. There is nobody in this world is a reason for our cause of misery, and there is nobody in this world is the reason for our happiness. If we are sincere, that's our responsibility. This is my responsibility. I did it. It's my time to face. How do we face it? It comes from other devotees. I don't want to see her. I don't want to see this person. I don't want to talk. No. You decided. Krishna has to purify us. How the purification has come is not coming from a boss or neighbor, because we don't care. But what we care is the devotees. And then now it's a struggle. That's what we wanted. Krishna is giving. We cannot complain. Why she is like that? Why he is like this? Why not? Because that's what you wanted. And you should be sincere and honest. Prabhupada said, any fool can complain. What did he said? Any fool can complain. But those who are, they take responsibility. He says, my responsibility, I did a mistake. Thank you, Krishna, forgive me. And those are the people, they can experience the bliss of holy name. They can experience the bliss when they're chanting. Because why? Krishna reciprocates. Of course, those in authority, those in the management, they have some authority to correct somebody, but they should do it with love. No vengeance. Sometimes sometimes can be heavy and narahari. But there is no vengeance. There is no angry. There is no what we want to get better. We want him to be better. Or somebody's son or daughter, brother, whatever it may be. Right? So, having said that, now let's move on. We have a good news. We have really great news. You want to hear?
Yes.
Krishna loves us. Krishna cares. That one thing, if you remember, as a liberation. That is a liberation. We're thinking that is not person looking at me. He is not doing well. She is not doing well with me. Forget. But Krishna loves. No matter who we are, he accepts who we are, and he loves us. Now he is loving us unconditionally. He never let us down. Now it's time for us to show that. How can I love? There's no way we can repay. Period. But we can give it a try. That's the end of the year reflection, right? What can I do? I did so many mistakes, but I want to correct myself, Krishna. What can I do? Of course, as again, purification comes from the devotees. Don't comply. Right? So, that's a good news. If you remember one thing from this class, the good news is, what is good news?
Krishna loves us.
Say it again.
Krishna loves us.
What we should do now? We should love, we should try to love him back. Even though it's not possible, but we can try. Okay. Now, how do we love? What is the expression of love? Yes. Those who come from India, different background, they express in different ways. I never said my father told my mother, I love you. So do my mom. But they show in their action. That's one culture. But another culture, they have to say every day, every 5 minutes, honey, I love you. Which is also okay. But we cannot compare. Different cultures has different way of expressing. Somebody talks the walk. Walk the talk, sorry. So now, finally, when we start chanting, we chant in 3 stages. What is the first stage? Anyone remember? Yes, Prem Sundar scholar is here. Nam Aparad. Everybody starts like that. Krishna knows. Because we had baggage, millions and millions and millions of tons of baggage is there. But finally we come here, then we carry that. When we chant with Aparad. What is Aparad? What is Radha means? We all know Radha, auspiciousness, Supreme Personal Godhead are concerned. Aparadha, that which is not Radha is Aparad. Aparadha. Anything which brings us close to Krishna is Radha. Anything which takes us away from Krishna is Aparad. We start chanting with Aparad. Krishna knows. We have a boss. We all coming to end of the year. We're going to review for tomorrow, next year. What went right, what went wrong. They judge. But this boss never judges. That's another good news. He sees the endeavor. This person trying or not. Let me tell you a story. One grandfather and grandson living in a village, very outskirt. And then he was actually doing deals with the coal. Breaks the coal and burn them. And then when they burn them, they make the different instruments. There was one pot he uses to carry the coal. The pot was there for some time, but every day he read Bhagavad Gita. He tells his grandson, also read Bhagavad Gita, 1 sloka per day. He says, I'm reading now he's 9-10 years old. I'm reading for 10 years. There's nothing happening. Is it ringing any bell? Chanting for 10 years, nothing happened. I have no taste. This is the story for us. He's just saying, this happened, that happened, but I'm not feeling anything. I'm not learning anything. Then one day, grandfather said, okay, so my child, take that box. It has something to carry, and then get the water down the stream, 10 minutes walk. There is a stream, river. Go, fetch the water and bring it. Okay, that's very practical, I can do that. He take that box, the coal box full of dirty, years and years of coal. And then he goes there and take the water and start walking. As he started walking, he realized there is a holes in it. By the time he reached his grandfather, all the water is gone. Grandfather said, Grandpa, what happened? Water is gone. Okay, try again. He goes back again. This time he take again, and he started walking fast. No matter how much fast he comes, by the time he comes, gone. Next time, he tries, try. 10 times, 15 times he tried. Every time. Now he started running. He started running with that pot. By the time it comes, he was doing at least for a few days like that. He's tired. Grandpa, you said first chant Bhagavad Gita, nothing happening. And now you see, you asked me to bring, if you want water, I can get water from other bucket. Is that what you want? Grandfather said, sit down, I want to tell you something. What did I tell you? Try to get the water. Did you do your job? Do I need water? No, I have water here. But then why do you tell me to bring this? Now check the box inside. Then he realized the entire box is clean. Entire box of charcoal is clean, crystal clear. He said, what happened? That's what happens when you chant. That's what happens when you read. Objective is not to become a scholar or show the world how many verses we know, how grateful lectures I can give. Objective is to show Krishna, I'm trying. And he is the manager, a director, a CEO, that which he never judges. He only sees endeavor. Is this person have a right frame of consciousness when he tries or she tries? Result, purification. One story. That's what happens, Nama Aparadha stage. That leads to second one, Nama Bhasa, where most of the offense is either gone or is going. And the third is a Suddha Tattva, like Suddha Nama, where we chant pure. That's where Prabhupada and Acharya. But right now, we can, if we are honest, we can judge ourselves where we are. We can judge ourselves where we are. How do we judge? How do we judge? I can think I can be in number 3 stage. Just a penultimate. I'm going to meet Radharani in a few minutes and next life. Or I'm in stage, most of the offense is gone. I'm okay, I'm a decent guy. Or I'm in the stage 1. It's individual choice. But that will be determined by Acharya said. Naturally, everybody is attracted to Krishna. What is the Krishna's name? All attractive. Problem is that those who are devotee or trying to be devotee, they are attracted directly to Krishna through devotion service. Otherwise, they are also attracted, but for his opulences. Attraction is there for his opulences. Name, fame, power, that, this and all those things. Right? So now, we are trying to connect Krishna through holy name or devotion service. Chanting holy names is one aspect of devotion service. Right? So when that happens, we can check ourselves where we are. Rupa Goswami Pad gave a status. 9 stages. Instead of stages, I'll say 9 stages where we are. How we all started the first stage? Of course, that is a stage within, but now to gauge ourselves where we are. First is Shraddha. We have a little faith, Ato Shraddha. Somewhere we started something because somebody, Prem Sindhu Prabhu said in his Skype classes, oh, you should chant. Or you come to Premilas Prabhu, Ramtit Prabhu, or some of the devotees here, or Kamikar Mother said, okay, chant, do this service. We all have a little faith. We start. As we continue, then that leads to second stage called Sadhu Sangha. That's called devotee association. So now we are associating somebody. Now we started associating Krishna and slowly coming to his devotees association. That's what happened. First 2 is pretty simple. Little faith, whatever the faith we have it, we are investing, then we are taking time. Otherwise Sunday you can be anywhere else. You won't be here. And when that happens, then we get some taste. Then we'll start bhajana kriya. Bhajana means, bhaj means it's glorifying Krishna. It's also related to Vraj, love and devotion. Bhajana kriya. Kriya means doing it. So we start doing devotion service. When you do that, the 3rd stage, 4th stage, it's called Anartha Nivritti. Aparad is also other name is Anartha. Artha, Anartha. Artha means some valuable. Artha means there is no value. So there is no value. Those kind of things, there are many in our heart. So when you start chanting, when you start associating devotees, when we are having little faith, investing that faith, these anarthas is like a flying birds going away. When you start chanting, what we know, so many thoughts will come. Somebody asked some devotee, he said, yeah, that's what supposed to happen. When you're chanting, there's anarthas going, don't hold on to it, let it go. Because when you're chanting, it has to go. They're going, so that's working. Let it go. Don't hold on to it. When that happens, eventually, that's where the nistha, the firm faith becomes strong. Rain or shine, it doesn't matter. Today is Saturday, football game, maybe this winter, summer, my boss said, my wife said, my husband said, doesn't. You divide your time. This is the time is one-on-one my supreme boss. 11 o'clock Sunday, 10:59 I should be here. By the way, what time the Sunday Fist class starts here? Yes, thank you. Actually 10:59. Leaving the shoes and coat, and it should be 11 o'clock for attendance. It's a love feast. I always say that, but I often say, love feast, when Prabhupada said there was no love feast, feasting the love. How we started the class? Somebody loves us. How do we express our love? She said, service. What is the service? Coming in front of him. And then what he does? First, I always say that, but I just want a couple of 1 minute. Sitting bhajans is a time for absorption. If you put the seeds in non-fertile ground, does it grow? You can water it every day because there is no facility. How does bhakti grows? Without absorption. Sitting bhajans is meant for absorption. First sit there, so many things are going on. Forget, switch off the phone, nothing else, 11 to 11:30, absorption. Every syllable in a slow motion, Hare Krishna. Just visualize what I say. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When you say that, the sound you're listening, and then every word, H, or whatever the language you are, you're seeing in a slow motion. Somebody shot a gun. You cannot see the bullet, it goes. But you practice it with the absorption in such a way that you can see the bullet in a slow motion. Like that, absorption helps you to conquer moving thoughts here and there, to bring it back and focus. That's what happens between 11 and 11:30. When that happens, the next is class. What is the class? Conviction, intellect. It is energize the intellect. Conviction. That's where the nistha comes from. The firm faith. Without knowledge, without reading Prabhupada books, will never happen. That's what happened. Reading, hearing, actively participating, and doesn't matter whoever they give the class. Whoever sit and Vasasan, even our arch, enemy. Of course, devotees doesn't have any. I'm just giving example. They are representing once somebody sit in Vasasan, we should never leave. Whoever it may be, that's the representation of Vasudeva, we had respect. When we have that respect, knowledge comes from within. That's the second stage. Conviction. Now we have absorption, that means open the heart. Now conviction comes. You become strong. You're so strong, nothing can shake your determination. The third is surrendering. We did two parts. The third part, we've been dancing in the hands of Maya, called witch. Now, Krishna, I want to dance for you. See, I'm a joker. I don't know anything. People say this and that. I want to come in front of you. I just want to let it myself. Body, mind, and soul. I want to dance for you pleasure. When we surrender, three things. The fourth thing Krishna will do. What is called? Mercy. He gives himself as a prasadam. When you're doing honoring prasadam, talk to devotees and share and discuss. If you miss first three, come for prasadam. It will never digest. Artificially we're thinking it will not digest, it will not change the heart. Somebody comes for kirtans, there is no absorption, there is no conviction. Something happens in the life, they are the first people to leave because there is no foundation. Somebody for absorption and leave, there is no Krishna's mercy. That's what happened also. People are very talented, have so many things, but there is no Krishna's mercy. That is how the divine grace designed this love feast, the 4 stages. Take advantage. If you miss one of that, I'll guarantee you it's a matter of time. You lose taste for other. That's another test. Coming to temple, what is the mood? What am I learning? Is it making me to come back with a grateful heart? Or yes, Saturday, Sunday, same class. That's good. That's what's happening. That's a test. Right? So now, I'll just want to read a few things so you understand. So chanting and japa association is all, it should be done in the mood of prayer. I'll just want to read a few things, which is my reflection. I just wrote it down. You can think about it if it adds any value for you. Praying doesn't arise naturally, but we have to put in our effort. It's a weapon of mass distraction. We heard this weapon of mass distraction, but there is a weapon of mass distraction within our mind. What is the medicine for that? Holy name, japa. And ability to pray comes from the desire. Ability to pray comes from the desire, and the desire is the gift of Krishna. You only give the gift when we show our endeavor that I want with a greedy. Right? Whenever we want to pray, Krishna sees the reason behind that prayer, and then he empowers us. Then that will be nourished by seva bhav, devotion service, or devotional service attitude. If somebody's service comes, are we finding excuses? Yeah, I know, I wish I could have this and that I have to go here. Or, thank you very much, I get an opportunity now. Are we feeling ecstatic? When an opportunity comes, are we feeling ecstatic? Are we finding excuses? That's another status. We can check ourselves where we are. That will nourish the desire to pray. Even though Krishna is giving the desire, but if you don't develop that, this is a burden, why should I come here? No, if you feel the burden, Krishna is a person. He will remove from all obligation. Then it's all show bottle. So by seva bhav or service attitude, we can develop that. More we serve, more we get that realization. Right? And ability to pray will increase. And then holy name will be revealed to the degree we develop the service attitude. We can chant, we're asking for service. When service comes, it will grow only when we have the appetite for that. Right? In other words, this conclusion, desire to pray, first desire to pray, and we are awarded ability to pray, and then capacity to pray increases by service attitude. Ability is different, capacity is different. Right? And then now, at the end, that desire should be aligned with the Guru and Sadhu Shastra. That the desire should be aligned with the Guru Sadhu Shastra. Then everything will flow. In other words, soul of the prayer is japa. Kirtan or japa, both are when you say. Soul of the praying is japa. In other words, when you see ships in the ocean, and then we also see sometimes ship in the, what do you call that? Dock. What is the purpose of the ship? We all know, to sail and carry people or goods. But if you put it in the dock, beautiful ship, what is the value? We don't even know what you can do. So in other words, unless we develop the desire, pray, serve, our desire to come for devotion service will not fructify. It's like a ship in the dock. And then now, a lot of people wants to enjoy here. They call bogis or yogis. Bogis, karmis. A lot of people want to reject this world and want to enjoy there. They call jnanis, yogis. But the devotees, whether they are here or there, they are always enjoying. They are called bhaktas. No bhog, no tyag. Some people are trying to look for bhog, which is enjoy here. Some people are looking for tyag here, which is a renunciation, and enjoy there. But the devotee has no bhog, no tyag, but it's ever fresh enjoyment. That's another reflection. And then, having said that now, I just want to get into that one story, which is my favorite story. Whatever I said so far, it connects if you pay attention. Are you with me so far? Okay. One time Krishna and Arjun came from Hastinapur to Dwaraka. We all know Krishna is Parthasarathi. He only drive Arjuna's chariot in battle for Kurukshetra. Otherwise, it used to be Arjuna. Arjuna was his driver when Daruka was not present. Daruka or his son, they are the prime chariot drivers for Krishna. But this particular time, Krishna came. There's so many space here that people are there who cannot see me. You can come forward. I always say those who cannot see me, I cannot see them. They cannot see me, they cannot hear me. Eye contact is very important. There's a lot of space here. Please move forward. So, the Krishna was in the chariot. Arjuna was driving. It was long distance from Hastinapur, Delhi to Dwaraka, right? And then by the time they reach, it was a lunchtime. It was few days, but by the time they reached lunchtime. But Arjuna drove entire chariot by himself without any break, non-stop. By the time they reached, Arjuna was totally tired. And Krishna said, okay, take bath, and we'll have prasad. He said, Krishna, wake me up. I'm going to sleep. So they show him a guest room in that palace, and Arjuna went and slept. He's deep sleep. Arjuna came, and then Rukmini, they were talking, and then they said, prasadam is ready. And Krishna took bath and said, no, I cannot eat alone. Something is good, we all want to share. What did we learn from Krishna? Anything good we have to share. Knowledge, kind words, prasadam, whatever. Otherwise it will become a rini, or will become indebted. It will become too heavy, even earth cannot bear with us. The reason it has given to us to give it to others, to share with us, whatever we have, without expectation, without any condition. Right? Krishna said, I cannot eat. Supreme Personal of Godhead, served by Supreme Goddess of Fortune. My devotee is waiting there. Wake him up. Okay, it's fair. So you wait here, I'll go and wake him up. You're all with me so far? She walks into the chamber of Arjuna, where he's sleeping, the guest room. As soon as he comes and sees, Arjuna was deep sleep. She called Arjuna. He could not hear. She went very close. Because they were almost like relatives. She went close, then he saw that. She was mesmerized to see from every pore of Arjuna's body, sound Krishna was coming. His uchvas, nichvas, his breathing. Even in the deep sleep, he was chanting Hare Krishna. Some of us chanting and we sleep. And he's sleeping and chanting Krishna's name. Right? So, by looking at that, she understood what a fortunate devotee. That is the reason Krishna never left him. He never left Krishna. They are such intimate friends. By looking at him, she was jubilant. She was standing there, she was standing. You can also say that. You know what you do, what happens when you do that? Millions of lifetimes erased from your palm. Some people are sitting in yoga. Simply they can do simple Hare Krishna. They can do more spiritual advancement than people are standing on one leg. Your rekas here will change. That is the power of bhakti. She is doing like this, of appreciation. And also rhythmically. And then Krishna is waiting here. What happened? Where are this person gone? And then Narada comes here. Wherever Narada comes, there is a reason. Right? Krishna used Narada. He's so pure devotee. Narada, it's been a long time see you. How are you? Krishna, it's okay, but I come here, it's lunchtime. I know I am also hungry, but Rukmini said she'll wake Arjuna. Oh, Arjuna is here too? Don't worry, I'll go and get him. So Narada comes. Narada comes and he saw situation, what's happening. Arjuna sleeping. Sorry, Narada comes and Arjuna sleeping, and then looking at Rukmini, tears in her eyes. She was clapping, looking at him. And Arjuna was still in deep sleep. By looking at that, Narada took his veena and started playing. He started playing. It's like a kirtan. She's playing kartals. He's playing like a mridanga. And then with the tears, wow, that's what the devotee, when he sees other devotee progressing, when other devotee is happy, when the other devotee get mercy, we should be jubilant, we should be happy. And Krishna will also give that us. There is no question of envy. There is no. We are not competition to anybody, and no one is competing to us. Competing to us. Everyone has a royal route for spiritual path. Krishna sees the intent, not the big thing. How much service? No service is big or small. Whatever we could do, but do it with a simple heart, sincerely. Krishna reciprocates. Now this is going on, and Krishna is still waiting. What happened? Two people. Then he called. Satyabhama came. Satyabhama came. What's happening? Lunchtime. I know, I'm hungry. There's two people when they didn't come back. Wait a minute, I'll go. She comes inside and she sees the situation. She was jubilant again, looking at Arjuna and Rukmini, her sister, and Narada, pure devotee, and she started dancing. Kartal's going on, Mridangam going on, Narada Muni is playing Veena. And then she started jumping and dancing. And she forgot Krishna. She started, this has been going on for some time. Then finally, Krishna said, okay, done is done. I had to go. He came inside. When he saw all these things, the most amazing thing happened. You are with me? You want to hear what Krishna did? He did not disturb anybody. He went and sat near Arjuna's feet. And he sat there, he started massaging his feet with a grateful heart. Arjuna, by so much of noise, he didn't get up. As soon as Krishna started massaging his feet, he got up. When he saw, Krishna, what are you doing? He didn't say anything. He was, eyes like, tears are coming from his eyes. He says, I can't say anything. I just want to hug you. That much grateful he is for his devotees. How much we should be grateful. How much, what are the things he's giving us? So many gifts we cannot even count. But we complain. Is it a nice thing to do? But we should try. This is one reflection I just wanted to share. And then, yes, of course, I didn't see the time flying. Hare Krishna. So 10 minutes left. And then there was a few insignificant benefits of chanting a devotion service. I wrote it down. There are actually 15 or 12. I'll just read out. If somebody is interested, they can take it. The one is awakens love for Krishna. Taste transcendental bliss. Attains the association of Krishna and his devotees. Opportunity to engage in devotion service. Immerse in a great ocean of love. Quickly becomes purified of material contamination. Peace of mind. Knowledge of self, liberation from karma, freedom from reincarnation, free of offenses, advancement in spiritual path, guaranteed path to liberation, and counteract the reactions to more sins than ever somebody can make it. And then more benefits in Kali Yuga for chanting compared to even Satya Yuga for meditation, Treta Yuga for yajnas, and Dwapara Yuga for deity worship. And then we are able to see Krishna face to face. Enter into the pastimes of Krishna. Before anybody goes to spiritual world back, there will be an opportunity when Krishna comes somewhere, he's doing his pastimes, we can be part of that pastimes. And then from there we launch pad for spiritual world. And doubtless and fearless way of success. Doubtless and fearless. And then could appreciate the essential value of the age of Kali. We should be grateful. And then there are some of the things which I could think of that. So there's a couple of things I wanted to share, but I don't know, time is there. Let's see. Yeah, there's one more story I'll tell you, and then we'll end it. If somebody is interested, because there's a worth of 3-4 months research, if somebody is interested, I can share. One time, Narada asked Krishna, everybody is talking about holy name. What is the greatness of holy name? They were walking in the forest. What is the greatness of holy name? Then suddenly he saw, and there is a worm And Krishna said, go say holy name to the worm. And Narada went, he said holy name, Krishna. And worm dead, fell dead. And Narada is bewildered. He looked at Krishna. And then he looked at a butterfly. So, just tell me what is the greatness of her. Now go and tell the name to the butterfly. And then he went and said, butterfly, Krishna. Butterfly fell dead. He was confused as he walking further, and then became a deer. Just took birth. And then Krishna says, go, try now. So Narada went and said, Krishna, immediately dead. Narada said, bewildering, what's happening here? Krishna is not saying anything. And then they walked furthermore. They came to village. And there they enter, there's a big cow born was there. A calf was just born. Then Krishna said, no, go do the same thing to calf. He thought, okay, Krishna loves cows, so let me say. He went and said, in the ears of calf, Krishna. Calf, gone, dead. He was bewildered. You're trying to be a serial killer? Why are you making me kill all these people? Now they entered into one of the kingdom. They said, okay, now go. This near kingdom is Kashi, and then they have just a baby. Go, do the same thing to baby. He said, are you sure? They could not fight. Now king is going to kill me. No, don't worry, go. And then he went there. Of course, Narada has a royal path. He can go anywhere. He went to the kingdom. The wife was just gave the birth, and then child was born. And then he went and said, Krishna. The child got up. Thank you, Narada. He started speaking. Who are you? Don't you remember? I was the same worm. By healing holy name from you, I became a butterfly. And then I was the same butterfly, next became immediately the deer. And the same deer, I became a calf. Now I got the human form. Thank you very much. Now I'm going back to spiritual world. And he left. That is the power of holy name. But it's very nice hearing all these things. But are we experiencing when we chant? We have to check ourselves. I see devotees chanting at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, catching up the rounds. When Amarendra Prabhu said, devotees, one thing they're good at when they're chanting, the left hand becomes very powerful. Because they know how to do in chanting many things. Texting, talking, Hare Krishna, Prabhu, how are you doing? Mata is very nice, thank you. Nice picture. If that is the status where we are chanting, why do you expect? That's aparadh, finding faults, arguing, fighting. No interest, no intensity. We're only taking for part of it when everything is available. It's the time of the year, Prabhus and Matajis, we have to reflect. We have to take, Prabhu said, then why do you take initiation? Is it a show to show spiritual to somebody that I have a guru? Amarendra Prabhu is saying that. We become indebted. Guru suffers because of us. Because when initiation happened, he took the entire our trash on head, saying that at least from now don't do it. Then our behavior, our dealings, he suffers. Who is the reason for that? Guru aparadh is very, 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 very dangerous. It kills the appetite for spiritual path, life. Japa, we should take it very serious. Devotion service, we should take very serious. If we don't nourish chanting, reading, hearing, association, serving, and sharing, 6 principles. What is first? Start with chanting. Next is reading. Reading, intellect, Prabhupada books, physical books. Next is hearing, Bhagavatam classes. And then association. It should be hankering wherever the association. They don't even have to invite us. Find out and we have to go. That 4 will develop the service attitude. Attitude is not as something like come from the fair. No, we have to develop. When that development, it's the sixth thing happen, helplessly we share with others. That's sharing, preaching, whatever. Chanting, hearing, reading, association, serving, sharing has to go. So a lot of things you said, but I'll just end with the symptoms of japa. Good. Let's start with the bad. We'll end with the good. The bad japa symptoms. We have to struggle harder to do the same thing again and again. Even though we are good at a lot of things, if our japa is bad, we have to struggle to do the same thing. It will become very hard. Whatever the service we do, it will become hard. That is a symptom we can check ourselves. Then more unseen problems will come on us. Even if we're nice to somebody, they will not be nice to us. We blame, because why? Our relationship with Krishna is actually fragile. Now that's reason it reflects Krishna in many other hearts, and then it reflects to us. Our relationship with Krishna is strong and better. It will also reflect in a positive way. Our japa is our relationship with Krishna. Things makes longer time to accomplish. This is not I made it. This is the Acharyas. Whatever you do in 5 minutes, it will take 30 minutes. Because our japa is going down. Quality of japa, I mean to say. People will not talk to us properly, will not behave nicely with us. That is another symptom. If somebody is serious, if somebody said something, that means this is not that person, this person is just an instrument. My relationship with Krishna is going down, it is reflecting for others. That is a symptom. Before you get a cold, somebody sneezes, cough, that means something is happening. I should be careful. These are the symptoms of a bad japa. Level of tolerance will go down. Level of tolerance will go down. And then we have become very irritable easily, angry and impatient. We'll become very easily get angry and impatient. Angry is a powerful phenomena if you can use it in the right way. Angry itself is not wrong or a devil, but how do you use it? You can use it anger in a nice way. And then, other thing, most important, we start finding faults with others. When all this thing happens, when you start finding the faults with others, that is a symptom, Prabhus and Matajis. We already crossed all the boundaries. It's a systematically explained. The last, Krishna makes things go wrong. Then Krishna interfered directly. You come, you're asking all this and I gave you, now you're doing this. He's a person. The other way, let me end with a positive. If your japa is very good, my counselor always asks me, 2 days back he's called me. First thing he never asked me, how are you? How is your japa? If you tell me how is your japa, I'll tell you how is your life. I don't have to, he's a few thousand miles away. He tell me how is your japa. I'm struggling, he said, I'm so happy to hear that. As long as you struggle, that is the symptom for us, we are in the path of bhakti. We have to struggle. Through the struggle, enjoyment automatically will come. But we are not looking for that. No disturbance, sit properly, hit down. Whatever, when we chant, listen, pray, quality time. When you do that, everything falls in place. Right? And then when you start chanting, you don't know that round is already gone. Done. Otherwise, is it 108 beats or 1008 beats? 108 beats will become a 10. You don't even know 6 minutes passed, one round is done. So those are the things which positive japa, the symptoms we can check. Anyway, I'll conclude here. What I was trying to share is actually for my own purification, what I want to do next year, what I did mistakes from this year, how do I want to get better. So that's the reason I just jotted down some few points. That the japa, reflections on japa and kirtan. As I said, Prabhupada gave this love feast. Love feast has 4 stages. What is the first stage? Absorption. Second stage? Conviction class. Third is surrender. And fourth is mercy. If you directly come from prasadam, what happens? It doesn't digest. If you only have absorption, if there is no conviction, blue. If you have a conviction, there is no absorption, the mercy comes, we cannot appreciate it. Even somebody take part of it, it doesn't go for long. Try your best. 7 days, 24 hours, 2 hours give it for Krishna, Sunday feast. Prabhupada designed this love feast. What time Sunday feast starts? 10:59. Yes. Be here 11. I'll guarantee you next year if you do the same thing again, whatever we discussed. You heard me? I'll guarantee you if you follow whatever we discussed, we'll meet again in December and let me know if it doesn't work. Your japa will increase, your service attitude will increase, the quality of praying will increase. You're so strong, and then you can make so many other strong people. The last thing, what is Prabhupada said? Any fool can find faults. We don't want to be that fool. Disciple take initiation, not put the dirt on the head of a spiritual master. What they should do? Behave properly with other devotees. Otherwise, who suffers? Spiritual master. If spiritual master is suffering, who is the reason for that? The disciple. As simple as that. Sorry, I don't want, not heavy, but I just want to say, every one of us has to meditate. It's not we're not here to show anybody. We're not competition to anybody, and no one is competition to us. Everyone has a path, and Krishna sees that. Having said that, Srila Prabhupada ki, Harinam Sankirtan ki, Sunday Love Feast ki, Adha Natabar ki, Jai.
Grace Naveen Krishna Prabhu ki.
Jai.